Can everyone remove their hats and face a flag? We are going to do our nightly national anthem. All right, I need my racers to the track. That's Sportsman, heat 1 of 2. Looking for Seth, Riker, Jake, and Chase. It is 7 o'clock, so let's get out here quickly. I am looking for marshals from race number 8. That is Stock Slash. Need Bill Gibson, Max Mason, Rodney Riley, Matt Sinex, and Gatlin Neal out here. Looking for 3 more marshals to make their way back out to the track. All right, we're covered on marshals. Racers, you can take the track. Go ahead and start making laps. All right, let's get the trucks going. Let's get ready to race. Get the trucks moving. Get the trucks moving. Spread them out. Get them spread out. The race will go live in less than 5. Chase, Jake, Seth, and here comes Riker. That's all for my cars live and going. Our first car to cross was Chase. He's going to be number 2 on the clock so far. Jake Shake out front leading the way. He's in the blue and white. Going down the backstretch now. Coming up on Riker in the number 4 spot. So 30 seconds down, 3:30 left to go. Jake with a little slow lap, bring a 6.2 second lap. Chase going to take over the lead. 5.7 out of him. Oh, Jake doing donuts in the center infield. That's going to hurt his time. He's going to move back to the 3 spot now. Seth not too far away. Holding down the 3. Jake still in the 2. Chase in the 1. Oh, watch the backstretch. Go low. It's clear. Big mistake out of Seth. Got completely turned around. That's going to let Jake pull away a little bit. Our leader, Chase Jenkins, in the orange, white, and black. Going down the front stretch now, crossing the line. That was our leader. We're in a 41.40. He is our fastest guy on the track. We're in a 5.65. Next fastest guy is going to be Jake. Here in a 5.8. So Chase about 0.2 faster. Just ran an even faster lap, 5.59. Oh, watch the back. That was our number 4 car. Riker getting it wrong on the back. Looks like our number 2 and 3 going to mix it up too. Both of them really long laps. 2 minutes down, 2 minutes left to go. Chase Jenkins, he's got 15 seconds over Jake now. And Seth about 10 seconds behind him. Oh, it is a pileup in turn 1. That was Seth completely turned around. His car broken. He's going to fall back to the number 4 spot. Riker up into the 3 now. Oh, Jake having to pull out of that turn. He's going to go right into the wall. 2:30 down, 1:30 left to go. Chase about to lap him. He's got 19 seconds over the entire field now. About to pass Jake and make it 20. Three minutes down, 1 left to go. Your leader turns 3 and 4, crossing the line there. Right in front of him is going to be Jake. He's in the number 2 spot. Blue and white in the 2. That's Jake. He's 20 seconds behind Chase now. Chase pulling an even bigger gap. Running a 41.404. 20 seconds back is Jake. Another 27 going to be Riker. So these cars very spread out. Final 30 seconds of the race. No moves are going to be made. Remember, there is a second heat of this class, so there is someone that could throw down a faster time. So keep it going until the end. Final 15 seconds, 3:45 down, 15 to go. Chase has to make about 3 more laps. 3 more laps. There's one of them. 2 more to go. This is a really clean run from him. One final lap. When he crosses the line, he will be done. Oh, Riker going to get into him. It's going to be a big mistake for our leader. It's going to slow him down. Jake, you are done. Riker, Chase, you are done. That's a race. Race is over. Whoa. If you were in that last race, make your way back out to flip cars. Looking for Jake. Looking for Jake. Yeah, what's going on? I saw you. All right, we're covered on marshals. We need one volunteer. We have our racers back out here. All right, you all are free to take the track. Free to take the track. Seth, can you make your way back out here to Marshall, please? Thank you. Go ahead and take laps, guys. Track is open. All right, keep the trucks going. Keep the trucks going. The race will go live in less than 5. Daniel, Jack, Brandon, and Christian. All 4 cars crossing the line and going, oh, first lap. Jack going to catch the wall a little bit. Going to have to pull out of that turn. He's going to roll it over in turn 3 and 4. He was first on the clock. Now moving back to the 4 spot. So our 4th car to cross the line, that is Christian. He is out front. Ran a 5.3 fast lap between the whole class. He is on an entirely new pace, 43.402. Watch turns 1 and 2. It's clear. Watch the back. We got 2 cars mixing it up. I believe that's Daniel and Jack. Oh, Brandon pulling off a little bit, getting stuck in the infield. 1 minute down, 3 left to go. So Christian Jenkins on a 43.404. That's about 2 laps faster than Chase's time. Daniel in that 2 spot. He's about 3 seconds behind him. He is also on that top qualifying pace. Oh, watch the backstretch. Go wide down the back. Wide down the back. It's clear. Nice moves, drivers. Keeping it clean. So our leader, red, black, and gray, working the front stretch now. Crossing the line there. Christian Jenkins out front in this race. And that number 2 spot, Daniel Arnold. He's in the yellow, blue, and black. Crossing the line there. Working down the backstretch. 3 and 4 crossing the line. That's your number 2 car. Now 6.5 seconds behind Christian. Jack in that 3 spot. 10 seconds behind Daniel. He is in the 3. Oh, biting back some time a little bit. Was 10 seconds. Now 8.5. 2 minutes down, 2 minutes left to go. Oh, Jack gonna roll it over. That's gonna let Daniel pull back away a little bit. Now Brandon not too far away. Brandon about 2 seconds off of Jack. $2:15 down, 1:45 left to go. Christian still leading the way. He is well on that TQ pace, 42.401. He's got 6 seconds ahead of the time he needs to beat. All he has to do is keep it clean for the final minute and a half. Daniel in that 2 spot. He did fall off the top qualifying time. He's going to have to find a little bit of speed here if he wants to get back on it. He is racing the leader on the track. Not quite on the clock, though. About 10 seconds behind him. Jack in that 3 spot, 6 seconds behind Daniel now. He is making up time. Our second fastest car on the track. Blowing it over again just as he was catching him. Daniel Arnold also going to crash. $3:15 down, 45 seconds left to go. Christian out front. 18-second lead now. He's still well on that TQ pace. He has 7 seconds to throw away. All he has to do is keep it clean. Daniel in the 2, Jack in the 3, and Brandon in that 4 spot. Our closest race on the track between Daniel and Jack. Half a second apart for the 2 spot. That's between Daniel and Jack. Jack now to the 2 spot that last time by. Daniel going to roll it over. Jack is going to be well into that 2 spot now. 10 more seconds. All our leader getting caught on a crashed car. Final laps here. Christian going to make one more lap. When he crosses the line, he will be done and your new TQ. That is a race. Christian going to take the top qualifying time of a 42.4 flat. Chase going to be in the number 2 spot. Jack going to be in the 3. And I believe Daniel Arnold going to be in that 4 spot overall. All right, there will be a B main for the sportsman class. Christian, Chase, Jack, and Daniel going to be your A main. Everyone else, Jake, Brandon, Riker, and Seth will be fighting it out in the B. 2 cars will be bumping to the A. We need 2 marshals back out here. You can't? Okay. So
it's hard for me to bend. I did that about myself.
One of the responsibilities, if you can't find someone, if you cannot marshal, then you need to find someone to help you.
Okay.
We should be able to find a volunteer real quick, but for the mains, you gotta have someone who's time and marshal. No problem. Appreciate the talk, though. All right, I need 2 volunteers out here to the track. 2 volunteers to help flip cars. There are 4 racers, so I expect to have at least 4 marshals. I don't know. They said something that was fused back.
Oh, well, that's a good reason.
Yeah. Thank you, Rodney, for the help. And James, appreciate it, guys. The track is open. Track is open. Watch turn 2 go low and turn 2 after the line. It's clear. There's only 1 heat of the slash late model class, so everyone going straight to the A main. Whenever you all are ready, go ahead and line them up, get them going, get them going. The race will go live in less than 5. Case and Riley going to be first out. Anthony, Matt, and Clinton. Looks like we see Mr. Tishner out here with a brand new body. Haven't seen this one before. All right, all 4 of my drivers putting down their 3rd lap. 20 seconds into this one, we have Clinton Tishner out front. I made a comment on his body, and he seems to make it want to look pretty good. Running a 48.401. Fast lap 4.94. He is the fastest car on the track. Not far behind him, about 1/10 of a second, going to be Matt Sinex. They are together on the track. Matt is in front of him. Oh, he's going to go a little bit wide there. Going to get a fast exit. Anthony right in front of them. So, Anthony, that is your leaders. Let them by, please. 1 minute down, 3 left to go. Clinton, Matt, Kaysen, Anthony. Thank you for letting them by, Anthony. So Matt now out front. Clinton falling back a little bit, about 2/10 apart. Clinton making it all up in that last lap. Now 0.5 of a second. That's 0.05. So Clinton in the 1 now. Matt in the 2. Kaysen 3, and Anthony in that 4 spot. 1:30 down, 2:30 left to go. Your leader in the green-black, number 29, working the backstretch now. Right in front of him, there's going to be Matt Sinex. He's going to go wide and let him by. Kaysen, that is your number 1 and 2. Give them room when they take you. Thank you very much. Kaysen Riley in that 3 spot. He's about 3 seconds behind them. Kaysen about 3.5 seconds out of that top position. He's going to have to find a little bit of speed if he wants up to that top spot. 2 minutes out, 2 minutes left to go. Your leader crossing the line there. That is Clinton. In that 2 spot right behind him, that's going to be Matt. Matt's in the white, blue, number 34. He just hit his 36th lap, running a 47.401. About 2.5 seconds behind him. In the 3 spot, Kaysen Riley, 4 seconds behind Matt. Anthony, another 0.5 second behind Kaysen in the 4 spot. Oh, Anthony going to roll it over. He was catching up to Kaysen. Now he's going to fall back about 3 seconds. There it was 0.5 second. Now 3.5. All right, we are entering the 4th quarter of this qualifier. 3 minutes down, 1 minute left to go. Clinton crossing on there. 3 seconds over Matt Sinex now. Kaysen in the 3 spot. He's the white and black number 46. That's our number 3 card, Kaysen Riley. He's about 5.5 seconds off of Matt. He's in the 3. Anthony, 3.5 seconds off of Kaysen. So everything's spreading out a little bit. No real close racing happening here. Our 1 and 2, that's our closest race on the track. That's between Clinton and Matt. They're about 2.5 seconds apart. Going into the final 15 seconds of this race. Clinton has to make 4 more laps. 4 more laps, and he will be tonight's top qualifier. 3 more to go. He's on lap 45. He's on a pace of a 48.404. Matt still about 2.5 seconds off of him. 2 more laps. 2 more laps. Finish this one, and you will be done. That's a race. Race is over. Clinton going to take that top spot with a 48.404. Matt in the 2 with a 47.402. About 3 seconds behind him. Kaysen in the 3 and Anthony in that 4 spot. So there were 4 racers in that one. Put your car in the booth and make your way back out to Marshall. I'm looking for one more of my Marshalls. One more. Looks like we got a volunteer from Jack. That should be good enough. And there's Kaysen, our final Marshall. We are filled up. You all are free to take laps. You did? Oh, no, he's going to strip out of the spur gear. Go ahead and take laps, guys. Go ahead and take laps.
Can y'all not hear me? What?
Take laps.
I can hear you the whole race. I was just like, I know I'm ahead of everybody. Well, why don't you guys tell me? Because I'm more focused on racing. I mean, actor. I forget. I can hear you, but I can't hear you clearly. So is it my tone, or is it how loud I'm talking? You might have to just like tune it and go a little bit louder, maybe. Do I need to talk louder? I'll try that. Okay. Tell them to listen to you. We almost need a mic. Even whenever Beezy's announcing or someone else is announcing.
Yeah.
Where are you going? What's going out there? What are you doing? What are you waiting on? What are you talking about? It's a 4-minute race. Those things will go 15 minutes.
All right, let's get the cars going. Let's get the cars rolling. The race will go live in less than 5. That's going to be Cole and Sean, father and son, one-on-one, racing each other. First 25 seconds going down in this one. That is 3:35 left to go. Sean Denny going to be out front. Cole in that 2 spot. These two cars separated by 1/10 of a second. Sean with a slow lap. Cole with a fast one. Oh, Sean going to back it up with a 4.8 and a 4.7. Cole running his new fast lap of the race, 4.8. These two cars separated by half a second. Sean rolls it over. That's going to put Cole to the point now. It was half a second the other way. Now it's half second to Cole. Cole now to the point. So Cole out front. Sean in that 2 spot. Cole's in the all-white number 10. Rolling down turns 3 and 4. Crossing the line there. Down the backstretch our leader goes. In that 2 spot, going to be Sean Denny. Orange and white, number 96. 1:30 down, 2:30 left to go. All right, now we're down. 2 minutes down. 2 minutes left to go. Sean Denny now out front. 1/10 of a second back is going to be Cole Denny. These two cars back and forth, trading positions. Tightening up on the clock. Not quite on the track. These cars are exactly opposite of the track they are on. Sean out front. Cole in that 2 spot. Oh, Sean's spinning out. That's going to put Cole to the point now. Sean with a really slow lap. Going to be a 5.9 for him. Cole with a full 5 flat. Now 1/10 of a second between them. Cole to the point. There is a second heat of this class. So heat 1 of 2. We got Sean Denny out front. Cole in that 2 spot. 0.06 of a second apart. Your later crossing the line there. Right behind him, Cole Denny crossing the line there. 1/10 of a second. These cars back and forth, getting real tight. Sean on a 48.401. Cole 48.402. Half a second apart. Time winding down. 3:30 down. 30 seconds left to go. That is 30 seconds for Cole to make a move. Sean Denny. Oh, looks like his car is slowing down. I guess you didn't. Final 10 seconds on the clock. Sean's going to get 4 more laps. Now 3. Here comes the bell. One more lap and he will be done. Cole, you are done. And Sean, you are done. That's a race. Sean Denny going to finish this race with a 48.402. All right.
I'm gonna have to yell at him.
All right, I'm going to need one volunteer marshal to come out here and help me. We have 3 racers. I expect to have 3 marshals out here on the track. Thank you, Anthony. There's only 5 racers overall for the buggy class, so there will not be a B main. Everyone going straight to the show. All right, let's get ready to race. Go ahead and get those cars moving. You all are trying to chase down Sean Denny's top qualifying time of a 48.402. The race will go live in less than 5. Matt, Dan, and Larry. I really like this technique you guys got for starting off the race. That's real nice. All right, first 20 seconds going down. 3:40 left to go. Larry Knight going to be out front, smashing that top qualifying time with a 54.404. Dan Stewart about 1 second behind him. 9/10 of a second now. And Matt Sinex in the 3. All 3 of these cars on pace to beat Sean Denny's top qualifying time of a 48.402. Larry right now, he's in the blue and white number 5. Had a little mistake. 5.2 second lap, not too slow. Gonna back it up with his fast lap, 4.6. And a 4.4 now. Larry Knight out front. He's got 1.1 over Dan Stewart now. So Larry Knight to the point. He is in the blue and white number 5 in that number 2 spot. Going to be Dan Stewart. Blue and red number 26 crossing the line there. That's your number 2 car. In the 3, Matt Sinex, red and white number 9. Just ran his fast lap of a 4.5. Dan Stewart also on a 4.5. Larry Knight on a dominating run. 52.4 flat. Fast lap 4.3. Your leader working the backstretch now. Blue and white number 5. Crossing the line there. 2 minutes down, 2 minutes left to go. He's on a 52.402. Dan Stewart, 51.401. 1.5 seconds apart. That's 1.5 apart. Dan Stewart in front of him on the track, but behind on the clock. Our leader, Larry Knight, pulling back all the time. All he has to do is stay behind Dan Stewart for the next minute and a half, and he will be tonight's top qualifier. He's got about 12 seconds over Sean Denny's top qualifying time. All 3 of my racers in this heat are faster than his time. Matt Sinex in that 3 spot on a 54 flat. That's going to put Sean Denny in the 4 spot overall in the A main. 3 minutes down, 1 minute left to go. Larry, Dan, and Matt. That is our running order. Larry and Dan separated by 2 seconds now. It was 1.5, now 2 seconds. Larry all over the backside of Dan. He's going to dive a little too hard and have to pull out of it. He is the fastest car on the track by about 1/10 of a second every single lap. Oh, he's going to cut the brake a little too hard and fall back. That's going to put Dan Stewart super close up to him. About half a second apart now. Was 2, now 0.8. 4 laps left to go. Larry just hitting lap 47. He's on a 51.401 pace. All these cars still well over that top qualifying time. Time winding down. 2 more laps for our leaders. There's the bell. When they cross the line, they will be done. Matt, Dan, and Larry. That's a race. Your running order for the A main is going to be Larry out front. Dan Stewart in the 2. Matt Sinex in the 3. Sean Denny in the 4. And Cole Denny in the 5. Had 3 racers in that last one. I'm looking for Matt Sinex back out here, Marshall, and 1 volunteer. I need 1 volunteer. I need 1 more Marshall, 1 volunteer Marshall to come help out. All right, track is yours. Track is yours.
You can do it too. You can hold this whole end.
Hey, Matt. Matt Sinex, you're holding down that whole wall. We're only going to do 2 Marshalls today. I know you're fast.
What? Okay. Why, is she in a hurry? Trying to get home?
All right, now is the time to make changes if you want them. Now is the time to make changes if you want them. All right. Go ahead and get them spread out. Race will go live in less than 5. Keith, Grant, and Doug. All 3 of my cars checked and going. First 5 laps going down right now. Grant Gibson going to be out front. 0.07 of a second going to be Doug Townsend. Oh, he's going to roll it over, cut the corner too hard, going to catch the rim. Now Keith up into the 2 spot. 0.5 second off of Grant on a really good run. All 3 of these guys keeping it pretty close. Oh, Keith with a slow lap, 4.8. Grant with a 4.4. He's going to be walking away. Keith's going to be our hot lap hero. 4.2 out of him. Next fastest guy going to be Doug, 4.3. Grant, 4.4. 1 minute down, 3 left to go. Grant, Keith, and Doug, your top 3. Keith running consistent 4.6s. Grant consistent 4.4s. Keith now falling back to the 3 spot. Doug moving up into that 2. His car's flipped over about 3 times now in that 1 and 2 corner. He is back down into the 3 spot. Keith going to be holding out in the 2, and Grant walking away in the 1 spot. He's about 4 seconds ahead of Keith Tishner now. Doug, 4 seconds behind Keith. So these cars equally separated on the track. 4 seconds between each and every one of them. 2 minutes down, 2 minutes left to go. This is heat 1 of 2. Heat 2 of 2 up next. Doug Kitchen turns 3 and 4. Going to be falling back even further. Grant Gibson on a 54.401. He's been consistently on the 4.4 and 4.5 game. Everyone else, their lap times fluctuating pretty far up and down. 2:30 down, 1:30 left to go. Your leader in the red and white, number 90, crossing the line there in the 2 spot. Going to be our white-orange, number 14, crossing the line there. Right behind him, Doug Townsend, now in front of him. In front of him on the track, behind him on the clock. Now Doug going to roll it over again. He was catching up, making up time. He was 1.5 behind Keith, now 2.7. 3 minutes down, 1 minute left to go. Grant Gibson out front. He's in the red, black, and white 90. Backstretch, now to the front, cross the line there. 45 seconds left to go. He's running a pretty much a perfect race. Consistent 4.5s and 4.4s. I don't think I've seen a single lap above 4.5 out of him. 30 seconds left to go in this one. He's on a 54.402. Doug and Keith, half a hundredth apart. I didn't even see that 5 thousandths. Now Doug taking over that number 2 spot. Keith falling back to the 3. Half a second between them. Doug in the 2, Keith in the 3. Coming down to the final 2 seconds. That's 2 more laps for these 4 laps. Grant will be done. Doug, you will be done. And Keith, you are done. That's a race, guys. Grant going to take that one. Doug in the 2 and Keith in that 3 spot.
What?
I need my racers back out to the track, guys. See them there. I only need 3 marshals, and they're all out here. So the track is up to our racers now. Track is open. All right, if you want to make changes, now is the time to do so. No adjustments, let's get them rolling then. Get the cars rolling. The race will go live in less than 5. These guys are going to be chasing down Grant Gibson's top qualifying of a 54.402. So far, these guys working their 5th lap now. James on a 54.401 now, just ahead of that top qualifying time. He's going to need to keep it at that pace if he wants to win tonight's top qualifying title. Dan Stewart on a 51.403, about 2 seconds off that time. Larry Knight, another 4 seconds back from Dan. He's flipped the car over twice now. He's struggling to keep it on all 4s. There is not going to be an A or a B main. All 6 of my cars will be going straight to the A. 1 minute down, 3 left to go. James Brewer running his fast lap, 4.37. Another backed up by a 4.4. He's on a 55.404 pace. That's about 2 seconds ahead of Grant Gibson's time. So he is making great pace right now. 1:30 in, 2:30 left to go. Your leader, black and white, yellow wheels. Crossing the line there. In the 2 spot, going to be Dan Stewart. Red, blue, and white wheels, number 26. Larry Knight in that 3 spot. Red, blue, Valvoline car, number 1. That is Larry Knight in the 3 spot. So James, the only one ahead of that top qualifying time. He is looking to reset. Oh, watch turn 2 go high. Oh, no, it's going to catch our leader. He's going to fall off of that top qualifying time now. 54.404 for him. 2:15 into this one. 2:45 left to go. James Bruther still on top. He's got 5 seconds over Dan Stewart. He is behind on the top qualifying time, though. He's got to find about 0.8 of a second. A 4.4 there. He's dropping the time ever so slightly. He lost it there. 4.6 second lap. He's going to need to run consistent 4.4s every single lap. He just found one there. Not making up any time. It's going to be hard for him to go anywhere. Dan Stewart in that 2 spot, 6 seconds behind him. Larry Knight, another 15 behind Dan. We're on our final 50 seconds. So as it's running, Grant Gibson will be your overall top qualifier. In that 2 spot, going to be James. In the 3 is going to be Dan Stewart. And in the 4 is going to be Doug Townsend. Coming down to the final 20 seconds. James not making up any time. He's on a 54.404. Now falling back even further. He's on a 53.401 with a mistake. Final 10 seconds of the race. He's going to be in that number 2 spot overall. He's going to make one more lap and the race will be over. There's James, there's Dan, and there's Larry. That's a race. James out front in that one. Our order going to be Grant Gibson on top. James Bruther in the 2. Dan Stewart on the 3, and Doug Townsend in the 4. All right, I need my marshals back out there to flip cars. So while the track is quiet, I'm going to make this announcement. It should be right around 7:55 when this race is over. I will let you all practice until 8 o'clock, and then there's going to be a 15-minute break. We will get started back racing at 8:15. So if anyone wants 5 minutes of practice, they can have it right after this race. 5 minutes of practice right after this race. All right, let's get the cars spread out. Let's get the cars spread out. The race will go live in less than 5. First across the line going to be Bill Gibson, Max, Rodney, Matt, and Gatlin. Gatlin, you missed the line. Uh-oh. 30 seconds into this one. 3:30 left to go. Matt Sinek's going to be out front on a 46.404. Bill Gibson in that 2 spot. Max in the 3. Gatlin in the 4. And Rodney in that 5 spot. Oh, Bill with an 11-second lap. I didn't see what happened. He's going to be falling back to the 5 spot. Matt up to the point. Oh, watch turn 4. Watch turn 4. It's clear. That was our number 4 car. He's falling back to the 5. Matt going to get caught up in a crash. Matt's going to get up in a crash. That's going to swap around our whole running order. Matt and Max, both with 10-second laps, going to fall back to the 3 and 4 spot. Bill Gibson now to the point. Rodney in the 2 and Matt in the 3. 120 down, 240 left to go. Watch the back stretch. Watch the back. It's clear. 130 down, 230 left to go. Bill Gibson out front. He's got a half a second over Matt Sinex. Now 2 seconds behind him. Matt Sinex to the point. Watch the backstretch go high. It's close. Oh no, our leader getting taken out. He's going to fall back to the 3 spot. Bill Gibson out front. Rodney in the 2. Matt in the 3. $2:15 down, 1:45 left to go. Rodney Riley out front now. He's getting his turn to being out front. He's in the blue and black. Tracks his body across the line there. He's on a 43.405 in the 2 spot. Matt Sinex half a second behind him. He does not have the fast lap of the race. The fast lap goes to Rodney. 5.12. Matt with a 5.16. 1 and 2. That's Rodney and Matt. Separated by 1 second now. Bill Gibson in the 3. About 1 second behind Matt. Max 30 seconds behind Bill. Gatlin 10 seconds behind Max. So there's a big gap there. 3 minutes down, 50 seconds left to go now. Rodney Riley out front. Matt Sinex in the 2. Bill Gibson in the 3. That is your top 3 running order. Our closest race on the track between our battle for the point. Matt and Rodney, 1/10 of a second apart. Now 1 second. Oh, Bill getting taken out. It's caught in a jumble of cars. Rodney able to make it through. Matt able to make it through. That's going to put Matt Sinex out front now. Rodney 1.2 behind him. Final 15 seconds. These cars are going to get 4 more laps. Oh, Rodney going to roll it over. Here comes Bill Gibson. 3.5 seconds was last time. Now it's 7/10 of a second. Rodney in the 2. Bill in the 3. Half a second apart now. 1 more lap. They're going to get 1 more lap. Cross the line, you will be done. That is a race. All my cars are done. Matt Sinex is going to be the only car to make 43 laps. Bill Gibson in the 2. Rodney in the 3. Max 4. Gatlin 5. All right. It is 7:54. You all have free practice for the next 5 minutes until 8 o'clock. Open practice for the next 5 minutes. All right, track is closed. Track is closed. It is 8:10 p.m. About 5 more minutes. Race number 1 will be to the track. That is Sportsman B Main to the track in about 5 minutes. It is 8:14. 1 more minute. Need my racers out to the track. Marshals to the track. I need my marshals from race number 6. That's the stock/A main. Matt, Bill, Rodney, Max, and Gatlin. I need 4 of you out here. It is 8:14. Marshals to the track.
Fifth race.
I'm looking for my marshals from that stock/class. Stock/A main. I'm looking for Matt, Bill, Rodney, Max, or Gatlin. I've only got 1 marshal out here. I need 3 more. I have Rodney and Max out here. I need 2 more now. I need a marshal for Matt, Bill, or Gatlin. I have a marshal for Bill. I need a marshal for Matt or Gatlin. One more out here. If you hear your name, come out to the track.
Chirac? Shabibi? Yeah, almost got shot. No, I'm just kidding. We made a straight shot all the way through. Didn't even have to stop. We made sure to get gas before going.
All right, track is open. Take your practice laps.
I got 4th in 2-wheel drive. I didn't make the show in Wheeler. I was in the B main. I won my B main though, so they don't do bumps. So I was in the B main. I won my race. It took me too long to get the car figured out. I had it figured out for the B main. I didn't take the truck. Holy shit. So wet. Feels super wet. You know it says that Sportsman A main is the next race, right? It says what? It says the next race is the Sportsman A main. On the TVs it says Sportsman. But on the sheet it says /late model. That's not good. Oh, so on the sheet it says it's just that here or that one down there too. Oh, what it is.
Uh-oh. All right, no more laps. No more laps.
Thank you for telling me, Clinton.
All right, make sure you're checking the running order of the classes on your phones. Check Live RC. Some of the TVs in here are displaying the wrong classes. /late model A main should be up next. All right, Sportsman B main. Whenever you're ready, Jake, you are rolling these guys off. Slow down a little bit. Let them catch up. All right, coming out of turn 4. Four racers in the B main. Only 2 of them will be going to the A. So Jake gonna try to go tone to tone. He started out in front. He's gonna try to finish the race in front. Brandon in that 2 spot. He goes wide. That's gonna let Seth wiggle through. He's now up into the 2 spot. Jake trying to walk away in this one. It was 3/10. Now 1.5 seconds. Now 2 seconds. So Jake, he's in the blue and white truck. Crossing the line there. 6.1 second lap for him. Seth in the 2 spot. Oh, he hits the wall. Didn't see what happened. Seth now to the point. Jake back in the 2 spot. He is still in the bump position. Brandon closing in. Jake, fastest truck on the track. All he has to do is get around Seth and he'll be home free. Just has to keep it clean. 1:15 down, 2:45 left to go. Jake now going to try to apply pressure to Seth. He's going to try to get around him. Seth going wide in the corners. Jake going to try to dive in there. We'll see what happens. Try to make it a clean one. Oh, Jake gets a good run. Now he's going to try to look for the inside. He sees it, doesn't quite take it. Inside on the exit. Seth leaves it open. Jake takes it, and now he's going to walk with it. So now 2 minutes down, 2 minutes left to go. Jake out front. Seth in the 2. Brandon in that 3 spot. Brandon going to spin out and go out to the wall. That's going to let Seth breathe a little. Now Jake now going to be going back to the 2 spot. Seth now to the point. Seth just ran his hot lap of a 5.7. Rode the pipe a little too hard. Now he's in the infield. Someone help him out. Marshall. Oh, man. Now Brandon, 0.3 of a second behind him. That is the battle for the bump with 1:20 left to go. Seth and Brandon, your closest race on the track. Half a second. Seth bumping the pipe. Brandon getting a good run. Now coming up on the inside. He sees it, doesn't bump him. Good racing there. Oh, Seth going to go wide. Cuts in on the number 3 car. 1 minute left to go. Seth going to shut the door so hard it takes him out too. 45 seconds left to go. So Jake out front. 6 seconds back is going to be Seth. He's trying to lap him now. Brandon in a 3. Riker in that 4 spot. Final 30 seconds coming down now. Your leader's going to get 2 more laps. 2 more laps now. Final 5 seconds on the clock. He's going to cross the line here. Here comes the ball. Cross the line, you will be finished. He is going to be our winner. Jake in the 1, Seth in the 2. That is going to be our bumps. Jake and Seth going to be bumping up. Race number 2 / late model A main. I need 2 more marshals. 2 more marshals from that last one. I'm looking for Brandon. I need Brandon back out here. And 1 volunteer. Appreciate it, Chase. Oh, yeah, he said that. All right, we're covered on marshals. The track is yours. Go ahead and start taking laps.
Tone to tone, Clinton. Tone to tone. Yeah, I'm trying to be done. 47,401. You hit a 48,404. But the first time was a little longer. Yeah, man. You better throw down some hot laps then.
All right, now is the time to make changes if you want them. All right, let's line them up. Line them up. Clinton going to be at the point on the line. Matt going to be in the 2. Kaysen in the 3. Anthony in that 4 spot. So whenever you're ready, Clinton, warm up your wrists. Get ready for the next 4 minutes of your life. Don't break your trigger. Whenever you're ready, Clinton, it is on you. Matt's going to be in the 2 and Kaysen in that 3 spot. They're going to be live going out of turn 4. That's a good start. All these guys going, oh, Kaysen early dive to the inside. Matt's going to try to claim it back. Going to tap the rear. Matt's going to roll it over. Call it karma. Kaysen back in the 3 spot. Anthony up into the 2. All the while, your leader getting a walk away of a lifetime. All Clinton has to do is keep it on the wheels and on the track, and he will be tonight's winner. Anthony in that 2 spot, not letting him get away too much. It was 1.9, now 2.2 seconds apart. Kaysen in the 3, Matt in the 4. 45 seconds down, 3:15 left to go. Clinton Tischer out front on a 46.403. Now a 46.402. Our closest race on the track is going to be for that number 2 spot. Oh, Matt's going to roll it over. He's in the 4. Anthony going to roll it over. Kaysen now into that 2 spot. Clinton has a lap over the field. Green and black, number 29, your leader. That's Clinton Tischer in the 2 spot. White and black, number 46. That is your number 2 car. In the 3, going to be the green and black 87. So our number 4 car, Matt Sinek's going to be pulling off the track. 1:45 down, 2:15 left to go. Our closest race going to be for that number 2 spot. Anthony and Kaysen back and forth. Real close going to the line now. Kaysen in the 2. Anthony in the 3. So Kaysen, your number 2 car. He is the white and black, number 46. Trying to hold off Anthony in the green and black 87. All the while, Clinton on a 47.403, trying to walk away in this one. Fast lap 4.9 out of him. Fastest lap on the track. Kaysen right in the pipe, going a little wide there. Anthony inside, outside, looking for a move. He's running out of time. 1:20 left on the clock. Oh, Anthony gonna jump the pipe and get into him. Kaysen gonna be crashed. Grab the car. He's gonna wait on him. Good racing. Clinton was getting away from him, so I didn't think they were gonna make a move for the 1 anyway. 1 minute left to go. Kaysen in the 2, Anthony in that 3 spot. Both of these cars guaranteed a spot on the podium. Now to decide where they end up on it. Clinton on a 47.402. He is out front by 13 seconds. Kaysen in that 2 spot. Anthony in the 3. So Anthony, make sure to give room for the leader. Give him plenty of room. He is on a record here. Oh my God. All right. So Clinton out front, Kaysen in the 2, Anthony in the 3. Final 10 seconds tonight for a Slash Late Model A main. One more lap for these racers. One more lap. That's the line, and that's the race. All right, I had 3 racers in that last one. I had 3 racers. They are back out here. I need 1 volunteer. 1 volunteer marshal out to the track. Thank you very much. All right, wait till he gets to a spot. Then the track will be open. All right, go ahead and start taking laps. All right, let's get them lined up. Larry on point. Dan in that 2 spot. Matt going to be in the 3. Sean in the 4. Cole in the 5. And Eric on the 6. Larry is our leader in the blue and white, number 5, whenever he's ready. Keeping a good pace. Going live out of turn 4. It's good. Oh, our 4 and 5 car are gonna. Oh, don't jump back in the line. Sean, you still haven't crossed the line yet. All right, first 25 seconds down. Oh, our number 2 car going for a tumble, falling back to the 3 spot. Matt Sinex in the 2. Larry going to be holding out in the 1. So you're a leader. Your leader, blue and white, number 5. Down the backstretch now. Crossing the line there. He is your leader, Larry Knight. He's going to try to go tone to tone tonight. Oh, watch the backstretch. Watch the backstretch. Crash car catches our leader. Doesn't hurt him too bad. Matt Sinex was in the 2 spot. He's going to roll it over. He's going to hold it down. Dan Stewart not close enough. Oh, wait, never mind. Dan Stewart now to the 2 spot. Matt Sinex back to the 3 spot. Cole Denny in the 4 and Eric in the 5. Your leader crossing the line there. Coming up for a lap on the number 2 car. The number 2 car is going to be Dan. Oh, don't pull back in the line, guys. If you are in the infield, don't pull back in front of the leaders. $1:45 down, 2:15 left to go. Our leader crossing the line there. Coming up to the backside of Eric, give him plenty of room. Thank you very much. Dan Stewart in that number 2 spot. Matt Sinex in the 3. Larry looking to put a lap on the field. Dan looking to put a lap on the number 2 spot. Oh, he gets it done. Larry somehow making it through that mess. Oh, no. 2:30 down, 1:30 left to go. Larry Knight out front. He's got 7 seconds over Dan Stewart in that 2 spot. Matt Sinex going to be in the 3. Sean Denny in the 4. Cole in the 5. Eric in the 6. So 1, 2, and 3. About 10 seconds on the way back to the 3 spot. And Sean Denny, 16 seconds away from the 3 spot. So we got 2 groups of racers, 1, 2, 3, and the 4, 5, 6 group, all pretty far spread apart. Our closest race is going to be between the number 2 and 3 car. That's between Dan Stewart and Matt Sinex. 2.5 seconds apart. The battle for the podium warming up a little bit. With 30 seconds left on the clock. 2.5 seconds between them. Dan Stewart going to be throwing down the faster laps. I don't think Matt's going to have enough time to do anything about it. Larry Knight, Dan Stewart, Matt Sinek's going to be your top three so far. Sean Denny about 18 seconds away from that podium position. Battle for the podium. Battle for position on the podium. Closing out. 5 seconds left on the clock. That's 2 more laps. There's one of them. One more lap for the leader, and it will be a race. Larry Dunn looking for Matt Cole and Eric. That's a race. Race is over. Larry Knight going to take the lead and win the race. Dan Stewart in the 2, Matt in the 3. Eric, you got to take some balls out of that car. You got to take some of the balls out of that car. You got to neuter that thing. You got to neuter that thing.
Like you're pulling wheelies, like I hear you. I know exactly how much of the trigger you're pulling, and I just see the car. Like you're never gonna hit the same corner twice because your front wheels are lifting up off the ground so much. It's all new. Try mellow it out and get. Change some ESC settings. Yeah, if you can. Might have to do it. You want to dial it in that time. Yeah. I mean, I have a programmer. You ever want me to set it?
I need one more Marshall out here. One more Marshall. Thank you, Max. All right, racers, the track is yours. Track is yours. I'm still looking for 3 of my racers, Chase, Jake, and Seth. I told you to check Live RC. The TVs are messed up. I don't know why. It's showing correctly on my screen, but all the TVs are messed up. 13.5 late model will be next up. All right, you all are able to take laps. Go ahead and start taking laps. Get your cars checked in. All right, let's line them up. We got Christian out front, Chase in that 2 spot, Jack in the 3, Daniel 4, Jake 5, and Seth in the 6. All right, whenever you're ready, Christian, you are leading these cars off. Stay one behind the other, going live out of turn 4. That's a good start. Oh, Jack and Chase getting mixed up on the first lap. Chase gonna take back his rightful position. Christian going to the infield. He's going to fall behind a little bit. Chase going to make a move, but go a little slow. Not quite going to get it. Oh, Jack going to pull off in this one. Christian, Chase, and Jake. Our top three. Daniel in the 4, Seth in the 5, and Jack in the 6. So Jake from that number 5 spot going up to the podium position, number 3. Chase in the 2 spot, Christian in the 1. 1 minute down, 3 left to go. Christian out front. He's in the red, gray, and black. Silver rims crossing the line there. He is to the front. He's about to lap the number 2 car. Gets it done. Chase Jenkins in that number 2 spot, trying to bump him to the inside. Not quite going to get it to happen. 1:15 down, 2:45 left on the clock. Seth, that is your leaders. Make sure to give him plenty of room. Daniel, those are your lead cars. Give them plenty of room when they come up on you. 1:30 down, 2:30 left to go. Very nice, thank you. So Christian going to be leading the way. He's got 1 lap over Chase. Daniel Arnold now in that 3 spot. 1/10 of a second off of Chase. He's going to move up into that number 2 spot. I didn't notice that was a battle for position. He crashes, he gives it up. Jake Shake now up into the 3 spot. Those 2 cars battling back and forth, Jake and Daniel. Daniel going to dive to the inside, try to keep it clean, no contact. There you go, Jake. That's a nice pass. 2:15 down, 1:45 left to go. Oh, Jake going to spin out, get caught on the back. Need a marshal there. Go low down the back, low down the back. It's clear. Our leader, Christian, he's got 8 seconds over Chase. Chase has 5 seconds over Daniel. Daniel and Jake, 3 and 4, separated by 6 seconds. Oh, Seth jumping the pipe, catching our leader a little bit. Not going to hurt him too much. 1:15 left on the clock. Our leader, almost a lap and a half lead over these number 2 cars. Chase in that 2 spot, trying to hold off Daniel. He's got 9 seconds behind him. Our closest race is going to be between Daniel and Jake, the battle for the 3. Oh, our leader getting ran over. Oh, no. There's Chase right in front of him. That is a battle for the lap. Christian out front. He's got 6 seconds over Chase. All he has to do is keep it away from traffic and try to keep it clean himself. 30 seconds left on the clock. He's got time for about 5 more laps. Daniel Arnold in front of him. He's going to get around him. Very nice. Thank you. 15 seconds left on the clock. 3 more laps for our leader. 3 more laps now. Chasing the 2 spot, about 7 seconds behind him. Jake, 2 seconds behind Daniel for that podium position. He's going to have a slow lap, not quite going to get it there. There is the clock. The race will be over when you cross the line. Jake, Christian, Seth, Chase, Daniel. That is a race. Race is over. I had 6 racers in that last one. I need 4 of them back out here. I see my leader, Christian, back out here. I need 3 more marshals. We got Anthony as a volunteer. I appreciate it. 2 more marshals. There were lots of racers in that last one. Thank you very much. One more. One more from that last one. Sportsman marshals. I'm looking for Chase, Jack, Daniel, Jake, or Seth. Thank you, Ronnie. We got 3 volunteers in this one. 3 volunteer marshals. We had 6 racers. Larry, you gonna make this one? All right. Wow. All right, let's shut the straightaways down. Shut the straightaways down. No more laps. No more laps. If you want to make any changes, now is the time to do so. Whether it's a change to your suspension or a change to your radio, now is the time to do so. All right, let's line them up. Grant Gibson on the line. James in the 2. Doug 3. Dan Stewart 4. Keith on that 5 spot. As they qualified, let's try to get a couple laps before we force some passes. Whenever you're ready, Grant, you are rolling us off. Nice, steady pace out of him. One behind the other. I like to see it. Going live out of 4. Good start. Grant going to get a good jump. James going to go a little high and catch a wheel. Going to go up on 2 wheels. Doug now to that 2 spot. Dan Stewart in the 4. Keith in the 5. Oh, your leader getting a little squirrely. Doug gonna be able to get a couple really good laps strung together. Gonna be catching up pretty quick. Dan Stewart with a mistake. Gonna rejoin the line right next to the leader. Gotta let him go. Nice moves. You got number 2 and 3 coming up on you. Oh no, Doug gonna get it wrong. That's gonna move Keith up into the 4 spot. Dan Stewart in the 4, Doug in the 3, James 2, and Grant on the 1. 1 minute down, 3 left to go. Grant Gibson on a 54.402. Oh, Doug gonna roll it over. He was in the 3. Dan Stewart now to the 3-point. Grant Gibson out front, red, white, and black. Number 90, crossing the line right there. Right behind him, going to be James Bruder in that 2 spot. About 2 seconds behind him. Black and white, yellow wheels. Another 3.5 seconds behind him. Dan Stewart, blue and red, number 26. 140 down, 220 left to go. Our closest race on the track is going to be for that podium position. That's between Dan Stewart and Doug Townsend. Doug, fastest car on the track by about 1/10 of a second. Consistently on the 4.4 game. Dan on the 4.5 game. He's making up tons of time. About 1/10 of a second every single lap. 1:45 left on the clock. That's way more than enough time for Doug to make a move on Dan. Let's see it. Doug looking for any little micro mistake out of Dan. Dan's going to get it a little bit loose. Doug's going to get into the rear end of them. They're both going to get lapped. They're still going to hold down their positions. Now just farther off the number 2 and 1 car. Oh, Doug going to roll it over. stuck in the middle, getting lapped by the car he was racing on the last lap. Now Keith up into the 4th spot. Doug in the 4. Oh, James going to pull off the track. Grant going to be in the 1 spot. Dan in the 2. James holding up a really good fight. Don't know what happened to him. Now he's back in the 5 spot off the track. 3 minutes down, 1 minute left to go. Grant, Dan, and Keith, your top 3. Everyone moving up 1 position. Now, our closest race on the track is going to be for the 2 spot. That's between Keith and Dan. Oh, Doug going to roll it over again. He wasn't too far off that battle for the podium spot. 30 seconds left on the clock. We're going to see if Keith can make some moves and catch back up to Dan. Oh, Doug going to pull off the track too, so now we're down to our final 3 cars. All of them going to be on the podium. Grant Gibson out front. 10 seconds back is Dan Stewart. 2 seconds behind him is going to be Keith. Coming down to our final 2 laps. 2 more laps. Here comes the bell when they cross. Keith, Grant, and Dan. That's a race. Race is over. Grant, Dan, Keith, your top 3 for the 13.5 late model class. Grant Gibson going to go tone to tone in this one. Absolutely locked away. Time to race our final race of the night, Stock/A main. Let's get the cars checked in. Looking for Matt Sinek's only car not to cross yet. All right. Let's get him lined up. Matt, on point. He's going to be at the line. Oh, what's going on with Bill? Matt in the 1, Bill in the 2, Rodney 3, Max 4, and Gallon in the 5. All right, whenever you're ready, Matt, you are leading these cars off. All right, one behind the other, going live out of 4. Okay, restart it, re-rolling. Come on, guys, roll the corners. Try to let the race go more than 5 seconds before you try to bomb some. Going live out of 4. Much better start. All right, Matt Sinek's going to go tone to tone. Bill Gibson in that 2 spot. Rodney 3, Max 4, and Gallon in the 5. As they started, they are going. Matt Sinek's working his 5th lap right now. Fast lap of a 5 flat. Next fastest car is going to be Bill Gibson, 5.3. It seems Bill Gibson falling behind pretty far. Matt Sonic's able to pull away. Ronnie up into the 2 spot on the last lap. Didn't see it. Blue and black now up into the number 2 spot. Bill Gibson in the 3. Car looks like it's riding really high. Gatlin in the 4. Max in the 5. 1 minute down. 3 left to go. Matt on a 46.401 pace. That's about 3 laps faster than his qualifying time. Rodney going to be in that 2 spot, about 4 seconds behind him. Oh no, our leader getting caught on a lap car. Exercise some patience. 1:30 down, 2:30 left to go. Matt, Ronnie, and Bill, your top 3. Bill just ran his hot lap of the race, 5.24. So he's up in there. Not too far away now. The battle for the 2 spot heating up a little bit. That is our closest race on the track. Is for that spot on the podium, the number 2 spot. Ronnie, that is your Ronnie in that 2 spot. Gonna try to pull away. Bill getting caught on a lap car. Gonna be letting the leader by. So Matt Sinex now lapping the number 2 car as well. Matt has a lap over the entire field. Now a 7.5 second gap to the 2 spot. Rodney and Bill separated by 4 seconds. Gatlin now not too far away from that podium position. About 4 seconds with 1:30 left on the clock. So Matt Sinex, red, gray, and black. Tracks his Fox body, crossing the line there. Rodney in that 2 spot. Blue and black tracks his stock body right in front of our leader. And Bill Gibson going to be the red and orange, or the orange and black flames. That is Bill Gibson in our number 3 spot. Closest race on the track is going to be for that number 4 spot. That's between Max and Gatlin. Gatlin in the 5, Max in the 4. Working on our final 45 seconds. Final 45 seconds of the night. Matt Sinex out front. He's got 12.5 seconds over Rodney Riley in that 2 spot. Bill Gibson in the 3. 4 seconds behind Rodney. Oh, Rodney going to spin out. Bill Gibson now. Not too far away. That's about 1.5 seconds between them. Rodney between a bunch of traffic. They're going to get 3 more laps. 3 more laps. 2 more laps now. I don't think there's going to be enough time. Oh, Bill going to push too wide in the corner. Not going to get it done. 1 more lap. They're going to be done. Rodney, you're done. Gatlin, you're done. Max, Bill, and Matt. That's a race. Race is over. Good racing. If you made a podium position or a top qualifier title, make your way up front for some podium pictures.